Okay, hey everybody. So, what I have for this final assignment 5, I'm going to use the evaluation. So I taught this to my daughters here. They were 2nd and 4th grade. So I thought it would be best to have them do probably the evaluation. I'm going to go through as we go, and I'll answer some of the questions. Like the very first one is, do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? I believe they do. I use the backwards design model. So there was a final goal in mind, the learner objectives. So I think that would be the appropriate evidence of identified understandings. So for the assessments, as you can see, we did the quizzes and worksheets, the class participation, memorizing our 5s and 10s, matching the coins. I'm going to speak a little fast. She wanted this no longer than 5 minutes, but it may go over just a touch. So the day 1 material, girls, you all have used something similar to this before in your class?
Yes.
Did you find this chart helpful
Yes.
with learning? Did it help you to memorize if you got stuck?
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay. So I think just starting with that one particular one right there, that I think that it would solve number 1. I think this helped out Ellie. I'm sure you've done these cutout squares before, where you glue those on and learn to count. And I taught this to both the girls this morning. Of course, Anston is already, she was 4th grade, so she was able to zoom pretty quick through this. Ellie was 2nd, so she still struggled just a little bit. But overall, worksheets like this, things you've seen before, I would say this is an authentic example of what you would do in school. Have you done paper similar to this worksheets?
Yeah.
You can elaborate if you need to.
Yeah, you cut them out, and when you glue them on.
Okay, and over here on the counting in the 5s, have you all seen worksheets similar to that before?
Not really.
You have not, Annie? I know that you probably have. Okay. So this right here, again, I think this could be included with the variety of assessments. I know these are worksheets, but I would also use these as assessments to see where each student is along the way. So Ellie, we did the 1s pretty easily over here. The 10s, she just needs to brush up on. Anston come across really well on these worksheets. The 5s, I think, is what she had a lot of trouble with, adding 5s with single-digit numbers. You struggled a little bit with that, correctly. So I think an assessment like this or a worksheet like this would be pretty valuable. I think it may take them quite a bit of time to do all 3 of these. That's why I really thought that there's more than enough material here for 2 days on this. Also, let's see what the next one's. I also think that this is also a way, I think, of doing a self-assessment of where they are. So I gave them, as you can see, in the center, that's kind of like the legend, I guess you would say, if this were a map. So they could revert back to what's actually there if they needed to. If they would flip that over, if they had this chart, they could kind of give themselves an idea of where they're at. Ellie struggled with this a little bit, but by the time we redid it, did you feel pretty good with what was a quarter, what was a penny, and things like that? So, I mean, it was a quick refresher. Anston, you were pretty comfortable. I mean, I know you kind of forgot a little bit, but you caught on pretty quick again after it was taught. So yeah, I think, again, this could be used as a self-assessment as well. The activities, we did this. I think Ellie got confused at first on the 5, so the way that we did this, I'll do it right now, just so you guys, I may not have explained it very well on this. So you're 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's just go to 25. You start with 5s.
5,
10,
20,
25,
35,
40.
45, 50.
Okay, we'll do the same. We did the same with 10, so do 10s.
10,
20,
40.
50. So that's what I meant by that. I know I didn't explain it very well. This right here, girls, so this was the room recess, the counting for the coins. How did both of you feel about this?
Well, this is really fun and it's easy to do because you gotta guess like which poems are which, and it helps you figure out how much they really understood.
Yeah, and not only did we learn that, I guess, so to start with right off the bat, I would also say that a revision for this would absolutely be I didn't put anything about 25s, and we realized that this morning, didn't we? When we were counting the quarters,
Yeah.
Aniston, a little bit better with math as she's older. Ellie, we kind of struggled with the 25s, didn't we? So right off the bat, that was one I should have added in there, and I didn't think about that. I don't know why, seeing as quarters are there, but it never crossed my mind. I guess I assumed that if you could have counted by fives, you would have been okay. But it threw Elliot for a loop this morning. So, well, again this morning when we redid this. So this was one thing that I would revise upon. But as far as, but like I said, again, I had done this with my girls in mind, and but overall, I think it was okay. Girls, if you needed something to revise upon, if you were to evaluate on this, how do you feel? Were the worksheets okay? Not very good?
I feel like the worksheets would be fun to do because normally schoolwork for me, like we have a lot to do, but for like we have like things we need to finish by the end of the week, and we have charts like those, and those are something easy that you can finish.
Okay. And what about you, Elliot? Well, how about the ones that were just the basic addition? You like those or not like those?
I like the addition because it helps you like figure out what you need to add and what.
Do you think they were a little bit more difficult since it was just math and nothing, no designs on it, no cutting and pasting with glue? Would you rather do an activity like that or just the worksheets?
I like both of them. The worksheets are fun in their own way, and then some of the
Okay. Anything you would do differently? Either one of you? Is there a way that you would learn easier for counting to $1? Because since you've already been through that quite a bit, is there something your teachers did differently that I didn't catch on to?
All they really did was like they taught us with worksheets of like it would be 5 to 10, and you had to fill in the blanks, and you had to say how many spots until you get to this number. Like it would be how many spots from 5 to get to 20.
Okay. And with you, Elliot, did you start counting money yet at school?
Yeah, but
Did they actually have physical coins and things for you to play with?
Oh yeah, my class they had like fake money, fake coins.
See, and that would be another revision that I would do. Yeah, so that would be a material that I would add. I didn't put that in there, and I knew after I had completed this assignment that should have been in there. So I did fail on that part 100%. But as you go through and you learn more and more, so this was the one again that I would do with my ISTE standard, the 2.4.8. I absolutely, never been a teacher before. I would run this lesson by colleague because the only technology I found was the room recess, and the girls both really liked doing that game. It seems a little older, like something you would see like almost way back in the early 90s, like when I was first playing games on computers. So I'm sure there's something fast forward a lot better, a lot more up to date that they would enjoy. But overall, I know there's things to improve upon. I think I've touched the task yield appropriate evidence. I think both girls answered that they in fact did. It does seem pretty authentic to what they've done. There's definitely enough assessments, worksheets to figure out where they're going. There's definitely self-assessments. Even with the game, I think that's a sort of a self-assessment because you can check. And so overall, that's the end of my presentation. I know I went double the time, and I apologize. But thank you, girls, for helping me, and I hope you enjoy it.